Hi everybody, Gary Sinclair. Some of you may have seen the pictures last week of my time with our son Tim at a Chicago Bulls game. Now, I've done that a couple of times before, but this was one of those times when I got to pretty much go wherever I wanted at the United Center. How did I get that privilege, some of you ask? Did I go into the lobby, walk past the Michael Jordan statue, and say to one of the security team, "Hey, do y'all mind if I just come in and look around for a little while before the game starts?" Yeah, if I tried that, I might still be in Chicago for all the wrong reasons. No, I got in for one very important reason. I got in because of Tim, who, in case you haven't heard, is the in-the-stadium public address announcer for the Bulls and the Bears and the Chicago Fire and the Illinois men's basketball team. I don't know when he sleeps, but his position allowed him to get me an all-access pass to go behind the scenes. Okay, so I'm hoping you're going to be just a little bit jealous. See, I got to attend all the rehearsals while seated in the scores table area, walk past the players' dressing rooms. I got to have dinner with the press, tech people, and MCs. Got to come in that tunnel, where the players come out. I was almost run over by a very big guy. I got to sit the last half of the game in the first row behind all the officials and the announcers, etc. I even got to hold the game ball after the game and get a picture with Tim at center court. Oh, and did I mention the free parking in the lot just across the street from the United Center? So yes, I got a special night with our son and a friend at a professional basketball game. Something, I only would get to do now and then. And yet, here's the point. I had nothing to do with making my admission to that game happen, particularly to get behind the scenes. I needed a qualified representative, a connection, somebody with the right position to get me in where others couldn't go. Obviously, that was Tim, and we're proud of him. But getting in wasn't the only good part. See, those places I mentioned a few minutes ago also led to other opportunities, such as talking again with the visiting team's radio and television announcer, who I listened to for years growing up. I met Bill Whittington, former player for the Bulls and teammate of, Michael Jordan. I also got to meet some unique people, camera people, stars from the entertainment team, and Benny the Bull, the mascot. I know what he really looks like, but I'll never tell. But again, why tell you this story? Gary, are you just bragging and want us to all be jealous? Just because you're on anti-rejection meds because of your transplant doesn't mean we're not going to be a little upset with you. No, those weren't my motives, as interesting as those would have been. It is fun sharing it with you too. But I'm telling you all this because my experience was a picture of an important principle that we can all use and enjoy in this life as well. Of course, if you're a Christian, a Christ follower, then you know that Jesus is that one pass that we have to get into God's family. We can't get to God without Christ's payment or our fee or fine, if you like, that he did by dying and rising again over 2,000 years ago. Yeah, he paid. He had a pass for what we've all done in some way by being selfish or sinful and living life our own way. See, this is the most important entry pass ever. We can't connect with a perfect, holy God when we're not perfect and holy. Kind of like in our courts, justice requires a penalty for wrongdoing. And as important as that is, though, I want to take it a practical step further. See, we also have the opportunity to help others gain entry into places they might not get to go without our or someone's help. For example, there are lonely, nervous people who would just like to be accepted into a group where maybe we work, go to church, live in our community, have kids at the same school or on the same team as ours. And technically, they don't need a pass to get into our group, usually. But we can be that door opener, that one that invites them in to our group, to our conversation, to our team or other gathering. See, in a sense, we can help them learn where things are, who's there, and how they can enjoy the setting we're in. Or maybe there are other people that are facing tough circumstances and they need some support, encouragement, just some practical wisdom. But they don't know where to turn or even start either. They may want to get closer and ask, but they're just too nervous about that. See, we can provide the direction they need to take a first or next step to finding answers. While we may not do all the work or the follow-up, we can open the door to them, be their guide, an initial representative that gets them to the right people in the right place, just like getting into the United Center. Because isn't it helpful wherever you are, anywhere from a store to a hospital to any large building, when there's someone to either give you the information or take you to the place you needed to find? Frankly, in my recent experience, those people are harder and harder to locate these days, right? So what can we all start or keep doing to provide passes to people around us who need our direction and attention, guidance to places, benefits, and maybe just some needed outcomes? See, we don't need to have clearances like Tim has. Did I mention he also took me to the Bulls offices upstairs? See, we just have to be observant, caring people who use the advantages and experiences and resources we do have to help people get to a better, more helpful, even more exhilarating place, especially when life's not going so well. I know that often it's the helping and the giving that provide the most fun and fulfillment, and you know what? That's worth a lot. So open the door for a few people, and when you get those special passes like I did, enjoy it. It's really fun. Talk to you next time.